Hey guys, Mr.BeetleBum here, and today we are talking about the AMX Canon 105. Stay tuned, and we'll talk about the pros and cons of this tank. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day today, and yeah, let's talk about this bad boy over here. It's the Canon, the AMX Canon 105. It's a premium tank at Tier 8 for France. It's a tank destroyer, and I call it Randy's tank. Why is it Randy's tank? Well, Randy is a good person, a good friend of mine in our stream community over on Twitch. And one night, it came to everyone's attention that Randy had no Tier 8s, no Tier 8 premium, sorry. And because he's been in the community for over a year, excuse me, all of a sudden everybody decided to gift Randy some premium tanks. And lo and behold, this was the tank that 71 AMC Ambo. Remember Ambo? Remember Ambo from the replay up there? Well, Ambo suggested that we get him a tank. And then a whole bunch of other people got him other tanks. But this right here is the tank that Ambo bought him. And I like it. I like it. I have it. First of all, it has pretty good damage. 390 is the damage that this thing does. Just under 2,400 is its damage per minute. So pretty good numbers for a Tier 8 TD. It also has pretty good penetration at 260. I find that this thing, it doesn't lack in the department of, doing damage. Some tanks, it's like, you got the fast shooting, but there's just like little damage. And then you have other tanks, like my SU-130, that, hits a little bit harder, but not so accurate and all that. The dispersion on this thing's very nice. Right now, the way I have set up, it's 0.29, so it's under 30. And honestly, anytime you get under 30, it's pretty nice. And I find that I don't really have issues with this thing with, things going left and shots going left and right all the time. It's pretty consistent. I'll take a little bit worse dispersion if I get better consistency. And that's one thing about this tank that's nice. It's got good mobility. It's not the fastest tank, but it's got good mobility. It has good gun depression. Has very good gun depression, actually. Very good. I think it's 0.7. Let's see. Can I look here? Where does it show gun depression? It's -8 gun depression. I was wrong. -8. So very good gun depression. Now you say, well, Mr.BeetleBum, what's going on? If this tank's so good, why isn't everyone using it? Well, there's a couple negatives about it. The armor is very situational, meaning if you're just laying flat like this, and you're just letting the other team just shoot at you at all times, you're going to take pens. You notice that this is all sloped, but it is pretty thin. It's only 100 when it comes to armor thickness there. But here's the thing to combat the fact that you have, pretty thin armor on the front is this thing is a good ridge warrior. Meaning if you go like this and basically use your gun depression to your advantage, if you can get in positions like that, when they shoot at you, the armor is dramatically increased. Dramatically. I mean, it's crazy how much it's increased. So that's a benefit for it. The other thing is the gun arc. The gun arc is the distance that the gun can turn from left to right before you have to turn the hull in order to move the gun more. So the gun arc is pretty narrow. It's kind of like, the E25, the Stug, those tanks. If you don't mind those, then you're probably going to do okay. But you are going to do quite a bit of as you'll probably see in the video that I've been having playing here. As for the video, that was a funny game. At the beginning of the game, I got trolled by a guy. He's like, as I'm driving out, he's doing this to me. He's doing this. I come around this side, he does it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I just just give him a, what do you call it, when you touch the rear end and make him spin. And then it was him basically, trying to block my shots and everything for a few minutes. But eventually he got bored because I said in chat, hey man, check this guy out. But what you're seeing is after that, when we finally actually got to do something, the first, I don't know, it felt like 5 minutes of the game, I couldn't do anything. But then the funny thing is we're behind, and we managed to have some patience and get some real good shots in. And then I have a light tank who refused to passive scout. And instead he runs up to the tank, the Scorpion, and gets proxy spotted, and then proceeds to yell at me for not coming over and helping him two-man, tag team this tank, when all you gotta do is move and get unproxy spotted. But anyways, games, I tell you, it's so fun. So anyways, but it was a good game. We came back. Yes, it was a draw, which sucks because it's not really a win, but hey, man, moral victory, the fact that at least out of that game, we came back and we tied it. So, c'est la vie. With a little bit of arguing in it mixed in just for flavor. But anyways, what you're probably seeing there is, you got to stay back. You got to treat this like what it is. It's a sniping tank destroyer. You don't run out and brawl with other tanks like, the light wanted me to. Because the armor on this thing, especially if you're flat, it's going to be useless. What you want to do is get into sniping situations. Try to use your gun depression if you can, and then you'll do pretty good in this, man. Like I said, the armor is very situational, but it will bounce when you play it properly. It's got good damage. It's got good accuracy. It has good mobility. I'd say it's a pretty darn good tank, as long as you don't mind the. You see me, like I said in the video, you're probably seeing me move around a bit. For when I have to change shots and all that kind of stuff. If you don't mind that, then it's going to be a real good tank for you. And yes, this is a premium, by the way. I said right off the... Okay, so as you can see here, this is the Canon d'Assault 105, otherwise known as Randy's tank. And when you're, like I said, when you're just looking straight on, the armor is what it is. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's sloped. It's very good. But it is what it is. But when you get it into this kind of situation, check it out, man. 243, 250, 295. It's just amazing. This goes up to 178. Everything is much better once you get it into the hull down. Or not the hull down, sorry, the Ridge Warrior. When you're using your gun depression, the armor just goes through the roof. And that's why I keep saying, it's so important. Try to keep this tank in a position where you're hidden via being double bushed, or you're doing the gun, using your gun dispersion as gun depression, gun depression as much as you can. As for the rest of the tank, it's the usual butter, the rear end, butter, all day long, of course. And the tracks are gonna maybe eat a couple, but not many shots, so you're gonna get ate up by the tracks. I find, there, she's right there. You see it says absorbed, and then 100% chance. I find that, if it's like I say, the usual thing is if the shot's coming through this way, directly through that way, then of course it's going to pass through and not hit anything. But when you're getting shot on the side, if it's along here, I can't remember too many times getting anything absorbed. Most of the time it's a pen. If you let them find you in this tank, you're going to let them pen you. It's basically that simple. As for the crew, if you look up above me here, this way, yeah, right up there, you're going to see that I have very minimal crew on here. And yet we did okay because the concealment numbers on this tank are really good. The view range is really good. And you don't really have to have, it starts performing pretty good once you hit 100. Get concealment on there, of course. Get your situational awareness. I don't even have that, guys. I don't even have that, man, on this crew. And you just saw how we played there. We were able to spot most tanks coming before they spotted us. Of course, when you face or you come up against a tank that has real good crews, of course they're probably going to beat you in this. I'm just saying that this tank is pretty darn good when it comes to being able to start the fight pretty early on when it comes to crew skills. So get out there, have fun, try the tank if you haven't played it before. If you don't mind the herky-jerkiness of having to turn the tank quite a bit, using that gun traverse and whatnot, then you'll probably end up liking this tank. I enjoy it. In fact, I'm going to go play another game in it right now. All right. So, guys, if you like the video, if you don't, you want to know when the next video is coming out, simply set up your notifications and subscribe. Please hit the likes, by the way. It really does help. I appreciate all the likes. And then finally, if you want to see me live, come over to Twitch and we'll answer questions. We'll explain to you how proxy spotting works. Anyways, have a good one, guys. I hope you have a great one. And yeah, I'll be right now. I am not here. I will be, I think I'm not here when this video comes out. But anyways, I will be away on vacation. So I hope you guys have a great week while I'm gone. And until the next time, I'm Mr. BeetleBum. I'm out.